Hello everybody, I am back, and it was just after we defeated Hulk. I love how Wolverine and Ileana are just dead on the floor in this picture, and Iron Man's is nowhere to be seen. So, let us continue. Honestly, Hulk, not as strong as I thought he'd be as a boss battle. He's probably going to get stronger now that I've said that, but you know. For the first time we see Hulk, not as strong. Hey, Wolvie.
Only thing is, magic took out Sabretooth. Now I don't feel like smoking it. Knew one day he'd cut off more than he could chew. I just thought Creed's reckoning was mine to deliver.
Wait, so he's dead now?
Speaking from experience.
Yeah, your mama's got it in for you. Not to mention the rest of us, too. Just because it wasn't me, doesn't mean Victor Creed didn't have it coming.
It is indeed dark times when the youth must make dark choices.
I'm worried about the kid. You change when you cancel someone's check. We
Yeah,
can't
it's not
afford
her
another
first
one on our
time.
side pulling a banner.
Ileana looks up to you, Logan.
I see a lot of myself in her. But she's better off not following my lead. My path's leading down the angry green road.
The Hulk situation worries us all.
I've survived a few dust-ups of the Green Rage monster. Two reasons I walked away. Healing factor, and I got the feeling that Banner was holding the green guy back. I don't get that feeling anymore. Do you?
No.
I got $10 on the Hulk.
Good incentive to take Big Green down.
You do love being the underdog.
Look around, Hunter.
We're all the
underdogs
underdogs.
now. A Lilith-controlled Hulk won't grunt twice about letting all hell fly loose. If anyone's gonna go toe-to-toe with Big Green, it's gotta be me.
Or Venom.
If I walk away, then it'll be time for this. Frustrating thing about living too long is that you get a feeling for how things are gonna go down.
Hunter, are you any good at writing eulogies? I mean, it's not like Robbie's gonna let you write a eulogy for Blaze. Seems like this is something he's got to work out on his own. But a little backup never hurts.
And what are you doing?
Me? I'm here to support Robbie. He watched his personal hero sacrifice himself. He shouldn't have to grieve alone.
Yeah.
Robbie's reaction is normal, considering what happened. We should all take a moment to grieve in our own way.
I usually take a few minutes of silence, which is big for me, considering normally I can't shut up.
If Robbie wants to speak, eventually he will find the words.
I don't think anyone is expecting Shakespeare. But I do know that if Robbie doesn't get some kind of closure, he's gonna be a mess.
Closure? What is that?
Yeah, closure? Like, after you have a breakup and you insist on making your ex go out for coffee so you can tell them how they made you feel.
Do you think that is effective?
I've watched hundreds of hours of daytime TV talk shows that say yes. So, as soon as Robbie works this out, we'll be good to go. Robbie will figure out what to do.
I can't get Blaze out of my head. I don't mean possession or anything, just everything that happened.
Tell me what you were thinking.
On the one hand, he was my personal hero. On the other hand, he tried to destroy you. On the other hand, he sacrificed himself to save me. How do I honor him and still be truthful? It's too many hands.
If you are feeling conflicted about the man, honor his spirit.
I don't understand.
The spirit of vengeance. He carried it in himself for so long. Talk about what having the spirit means to you, and what it meant to him. Find the things that unite you.
We both carried a burden for a long time. I only hope I don't turn into an asshole like him.
The fact that this is torturing you so much makes me think you will not.
Exactly.
If you say so.
Whatever you decide to do it quickly. I am afraid we are running out of time.
You really helped clarify my thinking. Thank you. I'll figure something out by morning. Promise.
Enough, Tony. We tried and we failed. Time to admit we might not have all the answers on this one.
We needed to act, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, okay, the plan didn't work out. I'll come up with another. If that doesn't work, I'll try again, and again. Until I win.
You win.
You know what I meant.
I know exactly what you meant. Listen to someone other than yourself for once. Stand down, Tony.
Not while I can still fix this.
Stand down now, before we all go down with you.
What do you say, boss? You know that I've got this, right?
No.
What do you say, boss? Is Rogers right? Should the star player get benched after one mistake?
Yes.
Or maybe you're smart, and you know I can get us across the finish line.
You tried, Tony. That is admirable and greatly appreciated.
But no longer needed.
That is not what I am saying.
But you're thinking it.
I'm sorry? What? Why is this happening? Ah, we're entering the next chapter. Part 3, The Champion of the Gods. Do you ever wonder if they feel left out, the Avengers? No, you silly goose, they. The day on the other side of the screen, reading out little chit-chats and don't even get a 2 options choice space or a little fruit emoji button. I feel you, player. Deadpool knows your pain. Tony, you follow? Way ahead of you, Carol. I'm upgrading security as we speak. No chance of any uninvited they. We're moving to 6-factor authentication, folks. I'm going to need fingerprints, retina scans, and childhood pet DNA samples from everyone. Deadpool. I'm going to hold a memorial for Johnny Blaze tonight. I know he wasn't everyone's favourite, but I think he deserves a send-off. I'm in. Where are you holding this? You know the cave behind the abbey where I keep the hell ride? In there. In. Same. Hashtag this. Should I bring some dip? Just bring yourself. So he's bringing a dip.
I know what it's like to feel guilty about the death of a loved one, too. My Uncle Ben. It's my fault he died.
Did you kill him?
Well, no, but I could have stopped the guy who did it. Hey, those are beautiful. What are they, some kind of daisy?
Something as rare as she was.
I'm sure she forgives you.
Thanks, Peter. But I kinda want to be alone right now.
Yep, okay, sorry, just trying to help.
I know, but this is not something you can help with.
Maybe someone else can. Hey, can I ask a favor?
Is it Friday yet? Oh wait, we don't get weekends in this job. Trying to hang out with Peter Parker that he loves. Okay.
All that gamma radiation. What's the Darkhold written on? Hulk skin?
Do you think what Peter said is true? That Agatha forgives me for what I did?
Yep.
The only person you need to forgive is yourself.
Forgive myself for murdering someone I loved? How?
By first accepting that it was not your fault.
Of course it was my fault. It's always my fault. If I had learned to control my powers better, she would be here today.
Maybe there is a lesson in all this tragedy.
Yeah? And what's that?
You learned what happens when you let yourself get out of hand. The best way to honor Agatha's memory is to learn from those mistakes in order to ensure it will never happen again.
See, you say it's not my fault, but that's not really what you think.
Yes, it
You
is.
think I'm as dangerous as Caretaker does. I still haven't been able to look her in the eye since I've been back. She hates me.
You cannot hide from her forever. You need to figure out how to summon the courage to face her, so that both of you can move on.
Yeah, you're right. I owe her that.
You owe it to yourself, and Agatha. Agatha would want the two of you to be reconciled.
I know. I just don't know if I can make that happen.
Try. For Agatha.
Yeah, for Agatha. Yeah, I, kinda need a few more minutes alone with her. Go on without me.
Okay.
I will take my leave then.
Thanks, Hunter.
Hey guys, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but we need to start stepping up.
I don't understand. I thought the Avengers were supposed to be like the greatest superhero crew on Earth. I thought they would do better than this.
You should know this by now, Robbie. Meeting your heroes is always disappointing.
They were never my heroes.
Hey, don't be so hard on them. They're doing their best.
You don't get an A for effort in this hellscape.
I didn't.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick with sitting on the sidelines while the Avengers keep striking out.
So am I. It's time to take control.
This is our chance to show Caretaker and the others that we're not a bunch of superhero school dropouts. We're the Midnight Suns, and we're the real deal.
Count this Daywalker in, Blood Witch.
Count this mutant, ex-despot of Limbo, in as well.
Well, if you guys are in, so is Sparky.
Good. First, we need to hammer out the deets. We'll meet later. Till then, mum's the word. Okay? Guess you overheard our conversation.
I was a part of the
It
conversation.
was difficult not to.
Exactly.
Let's face it, this doomsday scenario might be a little too on the gothy supernatural side for the Avengers. So, it's time for them to move over and let the kids take the reins.
The Avengers are clearly out of their depth.
Damn straight. Now it's our turn to screw it up.
You do not sound too confident.
I just don't want to jinx it.
So, do you have a plan?
You mean a plan to stop Chthon from serving us all up in his all-you-can-eat cosmic flesh buffet? We don't have all the deets nailed down as of yet, but we'll work it out. Till then, keep this under wraps until we know what we're doing. I don't want to freak out the Avengers any more than they already are.
Will do.
Cool. Catch up later.
New region available. New region available on the mirror table. Now I have Transia. Interesting.
Hey Hunter, I'm gonna be saying some words about Blaze for the team. We're gathering in the cave right now. Come join us.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
Thanks, Logan. You said it better than I ever could. To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him. And safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny
Blaze. Is that it? Can we go now?
Hey Hunter, I don't know. I didn't think I'd ever be back, yet you make me feel so welcome. If you could use a break, I was thinking of watching a movie in the common room. Let's do it.
Is this another movie night? And if so, where is Nico?
It's not an official movie night. It's more of my way of saying thank you for being a friend.
No problem.
I didn't have many growing up. Wasn't exactly the popular kid, if you know what I mean.
Well, if it matters to you, you are popular with me.
It does matter to me. I know what it's like to be hated, so I'm especially appreciative of the ones who don't. In Transia, it was just me and my brother Pietro for a long while. We wandered from village to village, begging, doing odd jobs, scrounging by any way we could.
Where were your parents?
Out of the picture. Pietro and I had to grow up fast. Too fast.
Oh?
When I was a child, Transia was very poor. Our parents could find no work. One day, my father stole bread to feed us. A mob chased him into our neighborhood. I was terrified for him. I told them to stop, and half of them turned to stone. I didn't mean to. I didn't understand my powers or how to use them, but I got scared, and people died. But the worst of it, Father pointed at me and cried out, "Witch." And then he was part of the mob, and they were after me. Pietro grabbed me and ran, faster than any person can run. We realized we could never go back. We were different, and had to look out for ourselves.
That explains a lot about you, Wanda.
How so?
The toughest, most resilient people are often forged in tragedy.
I don't feel tough or resilient. Survival isn't a moral triumph, Hunter. You managed to evade the chaos, that's all. I felt like my life was cursed with misfortune, heartache, and pain ever since. It wasn't until recently that I began to feel that curse lift.
What changed?
You. I met you, and you saved me. So, thank you for being a friend. Didn't know how much I needed one like you.
Wrong place, wrong time. 25% chance to debuff a random enemy near... Ooh. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
It's somewhere in the, Russia region? Europe. Near, Germany.
You're our driver, Robbie.
That reminds me, what side of the road do transients drive on?
Just have the hell ride full of diesel and ready.
The Hellride doesn't take diesel. It's fueled by the screaming soul energy of the unavenged, the wronged, and the betrayed. And trust me, the Hellride's topped off.
Okay, that was pretty badass, Robbie.
Anyway.
Is there anything you can tell us about Transia that might give us an edge?
I was thinking of doing something nice for Strange. You know, to show him how much he's appreciated. He was the only one who took a chance on me after, what happened. Anyway, I was wondering if you had any ideas.
You could always get a new roommate for him.
Seriously, I can't believe they haven't knocked heads yet. Strange is very particular. I can't imagine him sharing a room with anybody, especially Tony.
Maybe he has gotten used to Tony's chaotic energy.
I don't know if never making your bed counts as chaotic energy. I think we call that being a slob.
There are some things we are not meant to understand.
The universe works in mysterious ways, right? I'll figure it out.
Fair enough.
Underneath the cape of pretension, there's a real gem of a human. Don't tell Steven that, though. It'll go straight to his head.
Time for book club. You coming?
Yeah.
Meet you there.
After you.
My plan backfired. Thought choosing a weird book would drive people away.
Why would you do that?
More punch for the rest of us.
Why have I not heard of Crash Morgan? I know it's an older book, but this is exactly the kind of story I like.
I thought Logan might bail. But I told him we'd bring more snacks this time. I have him figured out.
I will see if I can find you a treat.
Ready to kick this off?
I am ready.
I did not read this book
All
on
right,
purpose.
Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
Is it just me, or do the stellar bodies represent their time together?
Absolutely. The time they have together is fleeting. I think this is where Crash first realizes there's no future for the two of them. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgots deploy their Null Stalkers.
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees, but why? Crash breaks the vow in the next chapter.
That makes no sense. Why say Queen of Royal Blood?
You're right. I can't believe I missed that. And how does that tie into the Hydro gunfight at the top of the space scraper?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The Hydro gunfight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and Glaxogorp change form. But where do they stash the princess?
It is obvious. They put her in Crash's suit.
Exactly. Crash won't need it to survive because they're within the bubble city. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace,
I'm
the false
confused.
princess
I should have
deactivates
read.
the magna manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's Zoom vest, and smashes through the monoculus.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made 2 vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now.
I'm very confused.
And that's what we'll call it for tonight.
So, Logan, why did you pick this book?
Because it's fun.
No other reason?
Every book doesn't need to be a teachable moment.
Fair enough.
I almost wish this book was a comic instead.
I thought it was.
I would have liked to see the monoculus.
My book was the best of them.
You have only been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
You did not mention a book for next time.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus. Until things are less
But I didn't get to pick a book.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
It would be a shame if Nico heard you say that.
Nice try. She knows what I think of her taste in movies. Besides, I said it to her face last week.
What did she say?
Don't make me magic all your books into screenplays. Unpublished screenplays. In the face of a threat like that, I'm not too proud to admit I backed down. Actually, I need to thank you for sticking around since the beginning. For all your help with Carol.
Of course.
I don't get close to many people. I never get into relationships. That's not a rule I ever break. But I did with Carol. Beyond all the reasons, I find her amazing. Do you know why?
You are into her because she can kick your ass.
That's exactly it.
Really? I was joking.
I wasn't.
I'm not. Vampires fight dirty. They'll kill whoever you love just because they can. If they really want you to suffer, they'll turn your true love into one of them. That's why dating me is a death sentence, and I refuse to put that weight on anyone. But can you imagine some pissant vampire trying to chow down on Captain Marvel? First, his fangs would snap off on contact with her skin. Then she'd just chuck it into space. No hiding from the sun out there. There's no way they can ever touch her. But it's not just that.
It is you. She is safe from you.
Yeah. I never break my rule because I know deep down there's a chance I could lose control. But with Carol, hell, she could hold me over her head till I was myself again. Wouldn't even break a sweat.
Completely unrelated, I want to watch Captain Marvel bench press Blade.
I would not.
I would.
You were no fun.
And you already knew that. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
Yes.
You saw right through me. You calling it?
That is it for me.
Okay, Private Logan, keep inspiring your team, kid. The Midnight Suns are tight because of your influence. I need your advice. You have time for a one-on-one? On my way.
Pretty sure I misheard you, Logan. It kind of sounded like you were asking for help.
I don't make a habit of it, but I figured I could reach out to someone I trust.
What could I possibly help you with?
I see Robbie wasting hours with this thing, and I can't figure it out. It's more complex than most advanced Shi'ar technology.
Huh?
Are you actually planning on engaging in a leisurely activity, Logan? This is a side of you I have never seen before.
I'm like a diamond hunter. I got all kinds of facets, and I can cut through anything. I'm just gonna push this button and see what happens.
Breaks everything?
Well, so much for that. So, what do you like to do for fun?
Play video games?
My life is hunting and sleeping. That is it. I do not have time for fun.
Well, that's a damn shame. Life without fun ain't worth living.
Before Caretaker brought me back to stop Lilith, I was not living.
Always gotta be a wise ass. I heard the game on here has some crazy dancing mushrooms. It'd be fun to show you.
But the device does not seem to be cooperating. So, what are you going to do now?
There was a time when I would have popped a claw and spiked this thing into the garbage.
But not now.
You've got me thinking positive thoughts these days, Hunter. So, I'm gonna find Robbie or Peter. I'll pop a claw and make him show me how to turn it on.
Uh-huh. Healing effect is here when a Wolverine card is drawn, recover 102 health. Ooh, that seems very good.
Code red alarm. I repeat, code red alarm. Everyone stop what you're doing. I can't find the notebook for my, research project. I really need it back. Over. Oh, and don't read it.
Eddie, don't use the comms for personal use.
Solid copy, cat herder.
You're forgiven. And I do quite like that handle.
Say again? Something, personal use?
Cat herder out.
What is wrong?
Is it that obvious? I used to be able to hide my feelings from you.
Very. What is wrong?
I found myself thinking how thrilled Agatha will be to see you again. Then, as always, I remembered she's gone. You know, I used to be able to hide my feelings from you.
You always tried, but I could tell. Back then, Lilith's betrayal was fresh for you.
Ah, yes. I tried so hard to find a way to restore her. I didn't want you to know. To hope when the chances were so slim. But I quickly learned the creature wearing your mother's face was beyond saving.
Technically no longer wearing
Bring my
mother's
sister
face.
back, and it won't restore Agatha. I've made my peace with hope.
Have you really?
I should get back to work, and so should you.
Right, where is this journal? Whose room is this? Venom's. Inspect. Ooh. Eddie's journal, yay! Blowing the doors off Dracula's vampire conspiracy. Investigation day 2. Peter wants to help. Blah. Okay, fine. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have another set of eyes on this. Investigation day 3. Woke up this morning and heard a voice in the hall, but no one was there. I'm already being spied on. Who can I trust? Answer, no one. Investigation day 5. It was worse than I thought. One of my contacts tells me that several well-established world leaders are secretly vampire sleeper agents. Blade assures me that there is no such thing as an electronic vampire detector, but I don't think he was really taking me seriously. I have to do some continued poking. Investigation day 8. Big breakthrough. I found a guy who's training dogs to sniff out vampire pheromones. Investigation Day 9. That dog thing was a huge waste of time. Things to research. Can you stake vampire blood cells? Who makes Dracula's coffins? Does he eat coffin cake in the morning? Talk to Magic about bringing a few tons of dirt from the cemetery through the portal. Have you ever seen a vampire wearing a hat? No. Why is that? It has to mean something. So basically, it's just the randomlings of a crazy man.
Eddie, I found your notebook.
What? Oh, that's incredible. Where was it?
In your
Your
room.
room.
Huh. Really? That seems fishy. Why would it be there?
Because it's
Because
yours?
it is your room?
Yeah, which is why it would be the perfect place for someone to leave it after they read it.
No.
Hey, you didn't read it, did you?
No.
Of course not.
Right on. Thanks, Hunter.
Alright everybody, this is going to be where I end this video off, because I am going to take a break from just recording the story and going to upgrade some of the heroes so I have higher friendships. So I'm not going to do the cutscenes, because obviously I know you guys want to see that. But yeah, we are going to end the video here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if you've got anything, comment any game you'd like to play, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.